This is Weekend Winners, and it's QSTARS race night coming through at Albion Park this Saturday night. So all runners competing are Q-bred. We've got 4 Group 1 features. They're all chasing big money, $150,000 as well. It's a loaded program. We've got paces and we've got trotters. The last 2 races on the program for the trotters, 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. So something for everyone this Saturday night. In this edition of Weekend Winners, I'm going to speak with Trent, Dawson and Matt Neilson. It is Q-bred Triad night at Albion Park on Saturday night. Trent Dawson has got a big role to play, and he's got fond memories of last year at this corresponding meeting. Trent, appreciate the time.
No, thanks, Chris. No worries. Glad to be on.
Was it a Group 1 double for you last year?
Yeah, it was a Group 1 double last year. So, yeah, well, while I've been doing a bit of form this week, would have been remiss if I didn't look back and just have a look at last year a couple of times just to get myself in the mood.
Well, why not? Why not? Can we get another double?
Well, wouldn't it be nice? I think we could, but let's just aim for 1 to start with and get the ball rolling.
All right. Well, let's go straight to race 3 for real life. He lines up here. He is the favourite with Tab currently as well, but he's had that little setback and he goes into this race fresh. Plus, you've got that second line draw that came out on Monday. What's the initial sort of feel with for real life?
Well, that's just another setback. The barrier draw that came out this week. Yeah, a little setback. Nothing that's going to rule us out of winning this race. You know, we've sort of been getting dodgeballs thrown at us all sort of season with him. So we'll just take it in our stride, and hopefully we can navigate a way around that bad barrier draw. But he's fit. I think he's probably as fit as I've had him, and he's well. So yeah, we're just got to navigate the barrier, and you know, we'll see what happens. It's a horse race, so things can happen, and hopefully things go our way.
Okay, you established there was a problem last time out. There was a little procedure undertaken. He was back at the trials last week. To my eye, that was just breathtaking, that trial. How pleasing was that for you, that trial?
Oh yeah, like any time you come back from any tiny setback, you know, whether it be a little stone in their foot or, you know, like him, we had the epiglottic entrapment. We had to have sort of a little bit of work done to fix it up, correct it. You know, anytime they come back from that, you're just relieved to see them go back and do it, go about their business. But that was fantastic what he did last week at the trials. You know, we needed that hit out. That sort of brought him along nicely. So we're going to need every bit of that fitness that we got from that trial on Saturday night from the barrier. But yeah, like I say, that's just another thing we have to keep jumping over. But hopefully we're good enough to do it. All
right, just to give you a little bit, or give our viewers a little bit more perspective, that was Speak the Truth, that you peeled off his back and went straight past him. And that was Free Thinker, who's one of your rivals here on Saturday night, a fair way back in third. So his speed is still there. There's no question about that, because, as I said, it was just sublime to see that sort of turn of acceleration.
Yeah, that's one thing that he's always had that ability to do it. That was one thing we noticed sort of tapered off a little bit, that alerted us to maybe there being something wrong a couple of months ago when we found the problem. But it seems like it's back, so it seems like that problem's been rectified. You know, we just hopefully we can make a trip out for him from that barrier that. You know, hopefully we're not too far back and we don't have to do too much work, and hopefully the main dangers aren't getting too good a trip while we're trying to navigate our way around that bad barrier.
Okay, firstly, how did he come through that trial?
Yeah, perfect. Everything come through well. Physically, the issue that we had, it's just kept on getting better and better. You know, I think we're 100% for Saturday night, so I think we're. You know, we don't have that as an excuse, that's for sure. Is Apollo Dreams the main danger now that he's got Barrier 1? Oh, Barrier 1 makes any horse a danger in any race, particularly a horse with that ability. He's trained very well. The Ducks family have done a great job with him. Barrier 1's a big plus for him. There's a number of other horses, probably at least half a dozen other horses in that race that, with the right trip, are definitely big dangers. So you know, it's going to come down to like who can get the best trip. And obviously Apollo Dreams, having Barrier 1, looks like he's going to have the most clear-cut passage to having a good trip at this point. So we just hopefully we get our little bit of share of good luck, and you know, things can work out for us.
All right, a couple of hypotheticals. If Apollo Dreams is out in front and you're back in the pack, but you're able to get cover, can you give him a start and run him down?
Oh, I mean, Albion Park's such a leader, fence-biased track. It's very hard to, you know, no matter how fast your horse is, you know, it's very hard to make up a deficit on this track. So that being said, like we just have to hope that things work out for us.
All right. You don't want to be parked out. You want your guy dressed up with cover. Is that the sort of bottom line?
Not necessarily. No, absolutely not. Really, trying to take a sort of bit of an open mind into it. I envisage it probably at some point I'll be getting forward in the race. Probably like depending on how it plays out. I probably can't afford to allow anyone too much of an easy time. So at some point we'll probably have to do something. Best case scenario, they go out there and they run a 58 first half on the back of a strong lead time, and we can sit back. But the way the race sort of maps, I don't know that's going to happen. So we may get our arm twisted at some point.
Okay. You wouldn't swap him for anything in this race, would you?
No, but I've said before, I'm well too biased to give an accurate opinion on that. But I wouldn't swap him for a lot of horses.
Okay. Well, let me ask this then. Following that trial, did you drive home thinking, I've got him back, it's my race to lose?
Well, a little bit.
Pre-barrier draw?
A little bit,
yeah.
a little bit. I was quite pleased to have that, that horse back. I think that trial probably, I come out of that trial thinking not only was he sort of back, I think he's probably a bit better than I've ever had him. So, I mean, whether or not we can go to another level from the trial, which, given what he's been through and the lead up he had to the trial, I mean, it's probably not too far beyond expectations to say that there could be some improvement from that.
All right, well, fingers crossed, everything goes to plan for real life on Saturday night. Race 4, you've picked up a drive here in the 3-year-old fillies Group 1, Brookfield's Beauty. She's only a maiden, only the veteran of 3 starts. She's got ability, but this probably looks a bridge too far, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're probably right, Chris. The draw probably hasn't been too kind for it, but I'd probably say... there's a couple of, it's a strong fillies race, so I'd reckon there'll be, we'll be looking to give her a quiet run and just see where we can end up.
All right, race 5, another Group 1 feature. Good catch drive here, Delhi Row. Now, I'm keen to get your thoughts on this guy. He looks a progressive type. As the season gets deeper, he's getting better. How do you sort of rate your chances here?
Well, that was a little late pickup drive that I acquired. I watched that horse from early on, and I thought he always showed potential. Looked quite good, and then he went through a little bit of a stage where others looked better than him. But I thought that run his last start, without even having the idea that maybe I'd be driving him in the triad, I thought he clearly looked the pick of all the 2-year-olds this year. So I mean, hopefully, with that being said, I mean, it might be a good pickup drive if he was very impressive his last start. So I think it could be a good drive.
All right, it looks quite a deep 2-year-old colts and geldings division. Barrier draws were always going to be important. This is a case where the harder they go, the better you're going to be.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this guy's draws fantastic, but it also doesn't look like it's that bad. So I mean, we'll probably go out there and have a little bit of a look-see and see what everyone's doing early, and that's something that then we can, we'll just play it by ear, I guess.
All right, quick change in 1, Cosmic Flyer 3, Balboa Rock 4, Bronski Zulu draw on the inside of the second row. They look the main ones, don't they?
Yeah, like they're the ones that have sort of stepped up so far and been doing a good job. Like I said, without even sort of knowing I was going to have this connection with the horse. I thought Delhi Row looked more impressive the last start than a lot of those. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully he's easy to drive and we can get on with him quite quickly and get him into the race and hopefully get some money.
All right. Race 7, the 4-year-old Entos and Geldings final here. You've got the 2 runners, Betting Origin, Future Assured. You're driving Future Assured. We just spoke about Speak the Truth. You beat him in the trial, so can you beat him in the big triad here?
Oh, good logic says probably not, Chris. That being said, I think at the start of the carnival, my horse raced a couple of times with Speak the Truth at the start of the carnival, and there really wasn't as much between the 2 horses at the start of the carnival as what there probably was at the end of the carnival. At the end of the carnival, Speak the Truth was far the better horse. I think my guy didn't quite handle the back-to-back racing at that level. So I think he hasn't raced for 4 or 5 weeks now, and his work's been fantastic. So I expect him to be better than his last couple of starts. But that being said, even when the gap was gap was close or we, Speak the Truth, still had the wood on us. So, a better barrier draw would have been nice, but we've got a good place chance. But I think Speak the Truth probably, he's definitely the one to beat in that race.
Okay, the fact that you're going into this race fresh, like a number of weeks between runs, that's not a bad thing for a horse like Future Assured. He seems to have that vibe of fresh is best for him.
Well, yeah, at the start of his preparation, he went 51 2 starts in a row, including a trial too, and I think we look back and he had 4 weeks between each of those runs. So we just tried to duplicate that a little bit because we thought that was, that was when he was at the best. And then into the carnival, he raced fresh into the carnival at Redcliffe, and he was fantastic in his early couple of runs through the carnival. So we've kept him fresh, and I think he's the kind of horse that really appreciates it. We'll just see whether it's worth enough lengths to catch us up to Speak the Truth.
Okay, betting origin, is he a legitimate top 4 chance?
Oh, the bottom half of the top 4, I'd say. He's going pretty good actually. I don't think the horse has ever gone better. Barrier 1 certainly gives him a top 5 hope. I'll stretch it out to the top 5. I'll say he's legitimately a top 5 hope.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully he can get a nice trip in there somewhere and earn us a little check.
All right. 4-year-old mare's final. Magical May won the 3-year-old final for you last year. She's facing a second row draw, Always Be Me. Looks the horse to beat from that inside gate. But your mare is going well. She's won 2 of her last 3, and that performance last week was good.
Yeah, she was really good last week, and the 2 starts before that were really good. I don't know what I did to the handicapper this week. I must have upset him because everything I've got is drawn terrible. But like, you never know. Some of these draws, I keep saying we need a bit of luck. Well, I've got enough bad draws over Saturday night that at some point we're going to get some luck, hopefully, from a bad draw. And I think nearly all those horses that have got bad draws are going well enough. If with something go their way, they can probably win. Magical Maya, like she probably, she's strong. She'd probably get to the distance better than probably most of those horses in that race. But yeah, we just need them to go a bit hard early to bring her into it.
Would you be afraid to put her into the race early if there is no real speed?
Oh well, Chris, I've probably got to if there's no speed.
Yeah.
It probably forced my hand. She races better, isn't it? To be honest, if there is no speed and I do have to put her in the race, it probably works out better for me because I do need to get her up in there. If she can sit in the death, and she can probably grind out a pretty strong last mile.
All right, well, fingers crossed for Magical Maya. And Kenaturia, you're driving this filly in the 3-year-old trotting final. Comes up with gate 2, stand start. Looks a good chance.
Yeah. I drove this horse in the Great Square earlier in the year through the carnival. Raced quite good through that, I thought, even though the margin was probably big. It was, they went 56 over 2100 in that race. I think it's definitely a chance. Hopefully we can step away and I think it's as good as any of the other horses in there. Probably performed even a little bit better than the others. So we just got to get a safe exit and get us a clean trip, and I think we can probably get away with that with a bit of luck.
Okay. Is it safe to say you could know your fate after your first drive on Saturday night? If everything goes to plan with For Real Live, that could really set you up. But if it doesn't, you could be in for a tough night.
Well, if For Real Life wins, I'd follow me all night. If he doesn't, it might end up ugly by the end. But yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes you see with a lot of drivers in a lot of different places, confidence can do wonderful things. And I guarantee you, if For Real Life gets up, my confidence will never be higher. So yeah, look out.
Awesome. Hey, really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
Matty Neilson now joins us to go through his book of drives on Saturday night. Matt, appreciate the time.
Yeah, no worries at all, Chris.
Race 2, your first drive here, Beef City Blaze. This looks a really open race, so he's drawn the inside of the second row. That's not a bad spot for him, is it?
No, definitely. He races much better on the fence and on a helmet. So yeah, if it goes to plan, he works his way, then he won't be far away.
Okay. His form's probably a little up and down, but given this draw, he can certainly feature and certainly be a top 4 chance.
Yeah, I think with him it's all about what sort of trip he gets and the right grade. But yeah, no, it's not a hard class for him. Yeah, with a good draw.
Okay, let's go to the big Group 1s now, and you're driving one of the key chances in the 3-year-old colts and geldings, Apollo Dreams. And earlier this week with the barrier draw, he landed the ace. That's a big plus, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with his gate speed and he's going well, and the other chances drew wide or off the back row. So yeah, he's going to get his chance. Yeah.
You know gate speed well. Is there anything there off the front row that could give you any sort of fright, or you've clearly got the speed to lead?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll, from the rails, he can come out pretty good. And yeah, there's a couple out wide, but I can't see him being any quick enough to challenge him early. You know, it's too far to come across from the outside. But yeah, no, I'm sure he'll be quick the first 100 yards and put himself in front.
It's a double bonus just on your point that you just raised. The fact that you've got the inside gate, you've got a few of those main players drawn wide and the rest of them are off the second row. It couldn't have panned out any better.
No, definitely. It looks the right one, and then the one that's going to be following us is a roughie. So it looks a good draw on paper.
All right, he was able to take out one of the heats last week. You drove both heat winners last week, but just on Apollo Dreams, how pleasing was it for you as the regular driver of this horse to see him just sort of put that field away like he did? Yeah,
he quickened up okay. I did expect him to obviously beat them as he did, but he felt pretty good without asking him for his top. But he was good. It was good to get a nice, comfortable run with him leading into the race, not having a hard run. Yeah.
Did he feel strong going through the line?
Yeah, he's good. He's pretty good. For him, when he generally gets away from him, he can just doesn't stop, but just relaxes that little bit. But he was pretty good through the line.
Okay.
Yep.
How big of a difference was there in feel between Apollo Dreams and the other heat winner which you drove in Hold On To Your Bling?
Oh, different horses, but it was the first time I sat on Shannon's horse. And he was good. He just travelled all the way, and he was, he run a strong last half and did it comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pose this one to you hypothetically. If you got a lead time at about 37.5 and you've run the first half of the last mile in about 61, is there anything there that can run him down given those sort of splits?
Oh, obviously there's some very nice horses there, and it would be great to be able to get that sort of sectionals, but I don't know if we'll be able to do that. But he'll give him something to chase anyway if he's got that easy enough time. Yeah.
Is For Real Life the biggest threat? Is that the one you're most concerned about?
He's very speed. He's very quick. But he's got to come off the back, which is he like the last couple of times he was beaten he sat outside the leader in the breeders, and I think he was a good second, and then he obviously had that hard run, and I think it was the Queenslander, which didn't go to plan for him. But so he's going to have to work for it to be able to get the victory.
All right. If he made an early move, if the pace was steady and you were able to dictate up front with Apollo Dreams, and he came around to sit outside, do you think he could out-muscle you over the latter part?
Oh well, it's their first. We're going to find out. They've never really been to that. It's I couldn't say. It'll be a good race. It'll only be the last 100 yards. I think that the strongest horse would tell who it's going to be.
It's a good clash coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, and don't forget the other horses there. Shannon's horse, which beat me a couple of starts ago, sitting on me, and obviously Garrard's horse. It's been going in the good races, and it can beat all these horses in the Breeders' Classic, and there's good 4 or 5 chances there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Looking forward to that one. That's race 3, the Group 1 3-year-old colts and geldings. What about the 3-year-old fillies? You've picked up the drive on True Origins. This is going to be your first sit behind this filly. She's at big odds. Do you think she'll trouble the scorer at any stage here?
Oh, she's going to need a lot of luck, and the draw. I think it isn't great for her. She needs to get to the fence. I don't know if she can do that with the ones underneath her, but she's going to need a lot of luck.
Okay, race 6, 2-year-old fillies, Group 1 final. To be fair to you, she's beautifully bred, this filly. Is she a 3-year-old in the making, this filly?
Yeah, well, I've only had the one sit on her, and she was good. You know, she only just got beat, and yeah, no, she's definitely got some sort of potential there, and yeah, it's another sticky draw for her. But she comes out all right. But just whether we roll across and try and get a spot, or we'll have to work that out. Yeah.
Okay, she went down narrowly behind Miss Consequences in the heat. What was the main takeaway from that run that day?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was like the first time I think she'd only had the one run back at Redcliffe. I think we didn't go to plan for her, and then she good. She raced them ones and she wasn't far away. You know what I mean? Obviously the better credentialed ones weren't in the heats, but makes it a bit harder in the final. But yeah, she's she'll need a little luck, but yeah, I'm sure she will be doing her best.
Well, we'll follow her for next year. What about in race 7? 4-year-old Entires and Geldings here, Big Shadow. It's not the right draws, Speak the Truth draws too. You're out in 7, so you'll need a bit of luck here.
Oh, definitely. He's been racing really well, you know, for Graham Dwyer. He's but he's going to have to obviously give them better ones a head start, which makes it difficult.
Okay, race 8, another great chance here for you. Coming up with a key draw, Always Be Me, again for Mark Ducks, like Apollo Dreams. She got the right gate last week. She was able to lead and get that victory. For her confidence, was that really important, that victory last week, Matt?
Yeah, definitely. She had been racing, really happy with the way she'd been going, but like kept drawing 7 and different things off the back, and she's definitely better up on top of the speed and on the rails, so that's a big thing. And she was able to, she copped a bit of pressure last week, which was like, and she was able to find it enough at the line. Yeah, I think that race will give a huge benefit for this week. I mean, and gives me more confidence that she's ready to go.
Yeah. A couple of runs ago in the Hayden, she was up against the boys and she ran a cracking race. Like sectionally, she couldn't have done any more. So it's probably been frustrating for all those involved with Always Be Me that she just hasn't had luck in running in bad gates. But she proved last week, once she had that right draw, she was able to bounce back and find the winner's circle. So there's every chance that she can do it again this weekend.
Oh, yeah, definitely. She's never had any luck with been driving for a bit over 12 months now, and she drew 12 in the triad last year, run a great race, but got nothing. And then, she's, I think the draw and how going into the race, I mean, where the others are drawn, and it's her race to lose.
What was your thoughts on that front line? Is there anything there that may be a little bit of a danger early, as just far as, the gate speed, running the arm?
Mate, she's notorious, could probably come out, but I'm pretty confident from that start she'll get out. She was the first time I used her off the gate for a fair while last week, so I'm sure she'll be a bit sharper and protect the inside. Yeah, they'll have to be pretty quick to cross her.
Yeah, distance, no worries.
No, that's fine, and she's going against her own age group and sex, so yeah, looks. Her race. Yeah.
Yep, that's her race for sure with the right gate. And what about in this last race, the 2-year-old trotting final? Good money up for grabs here. You're driving Penny for Jason Carkeed. You've been with this filly all the way through. She's fresh up for this final on Saturday night. Stand start. What are the expectations?
Yeah, I do think she's improved from when we took her to Marburg just in the Sunday morning jump trials the other week, and just worked her by herself, and she felt hell of a lot better than what she previously had. She was keener and a bit quicker, and yeah, I do think she's improved. Well, I don't know if it was 6 or 7 weeks ago when she raced, but yeah, obviously the two of Melissa Gillies, they've got the form on the board and got the speed, but yeah, I'm sure if things go wrong with them, then she won't be far away, but yeah, she's probably third pick, on what she's done and how I think she has improved. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's some good chances there for you. Which one are you more confident about, Apollo Dreams or Always Be Me?
Oh, it's hard to say, but Always Be Me. She's I'm sure she'll appreciate the the rails and then being in front, hopefully. Yeah.
Right, well, hopefully you can walk away with both, with a little bit of luck on your side. Really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Chris. So.
A big thanks to our two drivers today, Trent, Dawson, Matt, Neilson, giving up their time and insights ahead of Saturday night. We wish them the very best of luck as they chase Group 1 glory. Looking for a good thing on this program? I think race 4, number 1, Talk Like Motion, in the 3-year-old fillies division. I think she's got the right draw. She's in the right sort of form. She won the Queensland Oaks 2 starts ago and looked really sharp last Friday night. She can bring up 3 straight victories. She is chasing a little bit of history. She's already won the Breeders' Classic. She's won the Queensland Oaks. She's chasing the Triad here on Saturday night. I can only find one other filly that's done that. We've got to go back to 2011, and that was Forever Gold. So I'm expecting Talk Like Motion to join Forever Gold and make it a clean sweep. The Triple Crown there on the weekend. Looking forward to this card. It's going to be a great night. QSTARS race night, first of 10, just after 5 o'clock. Trivia, yep.